Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. East Coast time. Great to have you all here. If you can let us know where you're connecting from by putting your information on the chat. We're grateful to have you, each and every one of you from every state that you are all representing. So let us know where you're actually connecting from by giving us your name, your state. We're about to get started. Okay, we are waiting for Dr. G.W. Parker. There he is. Let me give him the co-host to make sure that we provide this amazing training that tonight is going to put you right in the edge of your seat. Okay, so Joyce, welcome from Arizona. Great to have you here, Joyce. We got all the leaders coming in right now. There we go. Let me make some of you co-host. Perfect, perfect. Great to have you all here tonight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Randy, Kristen from Greeley, Colorado. Michael Sheminsky from California. Great to see you, my friend. It's been a while. Great to have you back. Anyone else that wants to introduce themselves before we get started and start projecting the screen? Now's the time to do it. We are live, as a matter of fact. If you are still not a part of our channel, YouTube channel, Diversified Cash Flow is where you're going to find us. We have all our conversations there. We have all our trainings there. They're recorded. Dr. G.W. Parker, there you are, my friend.
Fernando, it's good to see you, sir.
Man, we're missing Batman here.
I got you, brother. I'm in the game now. Good to see you. And
Hey,
guys,
great to
join the platform. This is Tuesday night training. We're ready. Wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Thank you so much for being here, Dr. G.W. Parker. It's an honor to train alongside with you. I feel super powerful right now. We're ready to go and train our team partners, our leaders here tonight. All right, so we got Karen also Jones from Baltimore, Maryland. Great. Okay, Dr. G.W. Parker, I'm gonna project the screen. If you have any words to say before we light up the screen, please, uh, light up the fire.
Listen, I just want to say congratulations for those who committed themselves to being here tonight. I mean, you don't grow this business without understanding how to grow it. So that's what this training is all about. We're going to give you the tools and everything you need to succeed because we want to see you win. Unlike many, we want to see you win. Your success, our success is predicated on your success. We're in this thing together. So that's why we make this commitment to be here on Tuesday nights. And Fernando always takes the lead and creates the platform that we work from on Tuesday. I'm honored to share this space with you, sir. Let's do this.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. G.W. Parker. You provide so much, of your enthusiasm, your excitement, and actually it lights up the fire for the entire team. As a matter of fact, I get pretty excited to train alongside with you, uh, you know, uh, pouring yourself out, pouring yourself into us to be able to share what you have built, the last 8 years of an experience with this incredible platform. So I want everybody to pay attention to what is it that we start with, right? Action. If you see there, it's a team. Action. Invite your team partners and prospects. The ones who show up are the runners in your team. Commitment is proven through attendance and promotion. So you are all here tonight, and we're going to talk to you. Eventually, Dr. G.W. Parker, I guess you alluded to yesterday that we should stop the recordings and just kind of see who shows up to the locker room so they don't miss it. But we're being recorded tonight, so we'll talk about that tomorrow in our leadership group to be able to get everyone in alignment. And it's always better to show up to the locker room and have a locker room talk to see who are committed. And all you guys that are here today are all committed. So, Dr. G.W. Parker, let's get started here. We're going to talk about the revenue sharing plan, training, and ideas. A revenue sharing plan could be as good as it looks on paper, but when it comes to execution, it's a different story because executing a compensation plan requires commitment. It requires consistency. It requires not giving up. It requires showing up to everything and doing the uncomfortable things that most people are not willing to do. So the compensation plan, once again, it looks pretty appetizing. Okay, but see, the thing about it is how hungry are you? If you're hungry, you're going to overcome anything to be able to make things work. So, Dr. G.W. Parker, let's elaborate a little bit about on these amazing ideas where everyone started. What are your thoughts on this?
They were just ideas. They were concepts. God-given gifts to men and women who decided to move on those things, to act on those things. But Fernando, the most amazing part about this photo I see, every one of us has been blessed with a gift of some sort. That gift is designed to impact people's lives. These guys just ran with it. They believed enough in it. Now, think about the number of people that told them that they were crazy. It could never happen. You're insane. You're never going to sell books online. Apple make a computer as small as your hand. And so how many naysayers did they hear? All the negative noise. Those guys stayed focused, stayed the course, and look at what they developed. These are all multi-million-dollar companies.
They sure are. And this takes me back, Dr. G.W. Parker, when you started with MWR, pioneering company, right? Mr. Brian House, I guess he started pretty much like this, with just the idea, the passion, back in 2017. And he had to do what Apple, Google, Amazon, Harley, Disney, Mattel had to do. They had to go find the leaders. They had to go find the visionaries, and they went through a lot of rejection. So talk to us a little bit about how that was when you started and when you got the call from Mr. Brian House when he was probably starting with MWR, right? That was back in 2017, 2018.
Yeah, well, listen, I was one of the first persons sponsored into the business based on the relationship that he and I had previously. I've known Brian House for 20 plus years. So when he bought this to me, I knew that it was good, right? Because I've never failed with this guy. Everything I've seen him do, he succeeded at. And it just so happens that what he was bringing to me, I needed in my life in a major way. He was talking about financial services, helping people get their financial life in order, creating a platform that would help you, the average person, win finally in their financial life, and we can end this crazy madness of struggling paycheck to paycheck and working just to pay bills. So I was all in. But here's the thing: when he shared it with me, I jumped in with both feet because of my relationship with him, but also because I needed what he was bringing, and I wanted to test the system. So I mean, I went through every step of this process and got some incredible results. But again, I mean, I can't count the number of people that told me that I was crazy when I shared it with them, that it would never work, and again, had I listened to those people, I probably would have quit my first 30 days in.
Exactly. And I can assure you, Dr. G.W. Parker, that he went through the same process. He picked up the phone, he made a lot of calls, and then eventually he had a lot of naysayers, right, that maybe weren't ready to decide to be a part of this incredible business journey. But he found you. He found you through those
Absolutely.
phone calls, and look where you are now, right? So we definitely need to understand that every beginning is not easy. There's going to be a lot of naysayers, but if you stand strong through the process of where you see yourself 5 years down the road, I can assure you, you're going to have enough endurance to be able to tolerate the transformation of what it's going to take for you to build your business and your system. Once it becomes a system, Dr. G.W. Parker, it actually the acronym of saving yourself time, energy, and money. All these companies right now are systems. They're proven. They have been tested, and they still continue to make errors. As people complain about the things that happen, but they perfect the formula. So they're constantly perfecting the formula. Why? Because times are always changing. So they're going to continue to change. As you can see, Amazon here. What a great example. We see someone that started back in years ago with selling books from a garage, not having Amazon worldwide being a big distribution hub to be able to sell just about anything and everything through their website. So, Dr. G.W. Parker, let's talk a little bit about mindset, okay? Because the reason why I want to talk about this is because we do want to get started with something that is so imaginary great, because when you see the revenue sharing plan, it's like, oh my God, you get so hungry. You see it there and you're like, my God, if I could just make $300 per day, if I could only make $1,000 per day sometime, or maybe even $150 per day, just to, pay bills, make some extra cash, and then eventually fire my boss. We all have dreams. But when it comes to what it's going to take to do it, now we're talking about it's going to take a lot. What is it going to take? Mindset. If you have the right kind of mindset, you're not going to be bothered by who's going to say no. Obviously, you're going to aim to achieve a yes. And this happens in sports. It happens in anything that you do. You're going to have to make all the necessary attempts to be able to make the goal. Okay. So you got to be doing constantly daily income producing activities, everyday assignments, which is talking to people. All right. and the best way to start talking and having a conversation with people is about family, occupation, recreation. What do you find through this kind of conversations, Dr. G.W. Parker? If I'm talking to you about your family, your occupation, your recreation, and I'm asking you questions, how's your family doing? How's work, right? When was the last time you took a trip? What do you think most people are going to say?
People love to talk about themselves, and they definitely love to talk about family, occupation, recreation, but you're going to find the pain points, those areas that they're hurting in. Because when they start talking about family, one of the things they'll say is, I don't get a chance to spend enough time with them. Why? Because of my occupation. Do you enjoy what you do? Absolutely not, but I have to do it. Do you do any recreation? There's no time because I don't have the means, the financial means to take the time off to do it. But getting back to this mindset and building it, Fernando, it all starts here. You got to have a belief that I mean that in whatever it is you're doing, whether it's MWR, just life in general, not allowing anybody to knock you off of the place that you put yourself. You've got to be strong enough to fight through. But this is a good icebreaker right here. I love this. When you introduced this to me several years ago, I fell in love with it. It is the way to begin the conversation.
It sure is, because we are all attached to our emotions, and we make decisions, a little bit on the logics, the logistics, but mainly the emotions. See, when something makes sense, you present it right. You talk about family, occupation, recreation, and once you find the motives of family, occupation, and recreation, you turn it over to, by the way, if I could, would you? All right. So, Dr. G.W. Parker, if we can kind of role play on this, would you give me just a little quick role play? Obviously, the plan looks perfect on training, right? Every execution and training looks perfect. But when it comes to getting on the ring with the other person, now the training has to be so spontaneous because you're going to get rejected. So when you start having conversations, it's not going to be as easy as it seems like when you're training, but at least training prepares you for those moments where you know how to come back with the question. Okay, so let's practice here a little bit and let's get into the prospecting activities. And form, you're always going to use it at all times with family, friends, strangers. Everybody likes to talk about form, which is family, occupation, recreation. So, Dr. G.W. Parker, I want you to, treat me like I'm your friend. You're giving me a call right now, the basic conversation, and then introducing the if I would you,
Oh,
so I can see what
absolutely.
you got to offer.
Hey, Fernando, it's been a while since I've seen you, my friend. How you doing?
Outstanding, Dr. G.W. Parker. It's been a long time, digging trenches, soldering pipe, working 72 hours per week. I barely have time to talk to my friends. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, man. Absolutely outstanding. If it gets any better, I won't be able to stand it, actually. So, how's the family doing and the kids, your wife?
Well, we're doing fine. I wish I could spend more time with them. As a matter of fact, we were thinking about taking a vacation. Too many hours. I can't take a vacation. I'm not making enough money. That's why I'm overworking myself. But eventually, I know there'll come the time where I will be able to take a little vacation with them, travel a little bit.
Wow, sounds like that job keeps you really busy and you're missing out on some things. But let me ask you something. I mean, if I could show you a way to generate additional stream of income without really taking you away from your current job, would you want to know more?
Sure. I mean, how's that? Because the reason why I'm working so much, Dr. G.W. Parker, is because I'm doing overtime and I'm actually working on weekends. And it's something that really puts me away from family. Is this going to take me away from my family even further?
Oh, absolutely not. Matter of fact, you can do this with your family. They can join you in business. This is an opportunity that I really believe that you should look at.
Okay. Well, then I'd like to know more about it. Tell me what is it about?
Well, it's about financial service, helping the average person get their financial life in order. So we're going to help you make more money, keep more of the money that you make, and have your money work for you. Think about that. The time that you're putting in, trading time for money. How about if that money was doing the work for you? That's what we bring to the table.
Wow, I'm interested in knowing more about it. Can you give me more details, or how do I learn more about it?
Absolutely. Hold the line for a minute. I'm going to send you a video to review. Once you view that, I'll give you a call back and say 30 minutes. Will you have time now to take a look at it?
That will work, definitely. Dr. G.W. Parker, you see how you and I are on the same page?
Yep.
Because I prepared the new video our CEO put out together, and we're going to project it right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is just, oh my goodness, when I saw it. And how long is the video, Dr. G.W. Parker?
6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Six
I thought
minutes.
it was going to be a long, boring video. Most people don't have time. Remember, I'm a plumber. I'm working too many hours, and I'm not going to sit down over a computer or a phone to be able to watch the video for 30 minutes. But if I can watch a 6-minute video and he already piqued my interest because I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, being away from my family, I'm going to take the time to watch this video. So, Dr. G.W. Parker, we're going to play the video. How's that, huh?
I love it, sir. Sir.
Okay, and you're going to call me back in 30 minutes, correct?
I will.
All right. So let's this is an amazing role play in how you do this business, ladies and gentlemen. We don't complicate things. This right here is an assignment. You're trying to find out if the person on the other side is interested. Whether they watch it or not is irrelevant. You just got to go through the numbers to be able to find enough people to watch the video. All right, so let's play it and let me know. Just give me a thumbs up, Dr. G.W. Parker, if you hear it once I play it.
Welcome to Make Wealth Real, the only lifestyle and legacy company of its kind. At MWR, we believe wealth isn't just about money. It's about what that money allows you to be, do, and experience. It's about having the time to enjoy life's best moments, traveling when you want, being present with your family, giving generously, and creating a legacy your children and grandchildren will be proud of. What we offer is unique. It's exclusive to MWR, innovative, and designed with one mission: to help everyday people take back control of their life, faster, smarter, and with less stress. Here's the reality. Most Americans dream of time and financial freedom, but less than 5% ever get there. Why? Because the old way takes decades of working, saving, and sacrificing, often leaving people too exhausted or with very little time left to enjoy the life they worked so hard to build. That ends today. At MWR, we've created a simple, proven way to fast-track financial freedom in months or years, not decades. The key? One powerful word: leverage. This all begins with our invitation-only lifestyle and legacy membership, your all-access pass to strategies and platforms designed to put your money to work for you. One of the most exciting parts of this membership is our Precious Metals platform. It's the first program of its kind, making precious metals not just a safe haven to store wealth, but an income-producing asset without the risks or headaches associated with stocks, crypto, or real estate. Here, you don't just ride the wave of gold, silver, and platinum appreciation. You can also receive passive monthly income through our exclusive precious metal rental agreements. Imagine this. In just 5 years or less, you could transform consistent contributions into a portfolio worth over $600,000, producing $7,000 plus in passive monthly income. That's money flowing in while you sleep, travel, or enjoy time with the people you love. But what if you're living paycheck to paycheck? We know most families are. That's why we give you 3 solutions to jumpstart your journey. Solution number 1: keep more of the money you make. On average, our members free up $700 a month within weeks and over $2,000 a month long-term. That's money you get to keep without working harder or giving up your lifestyle. Our team of experts work behind the scenes to eliminate your debt, slash your taxes, lower your monthly bills, boost your credit, and put everyday savings back in your pocket. Solution number 2: fund your dreams like the wealthy. The wealthy use the bank's money, not just their own. Recognized by Forbes, Inc. 5000, and Entrepreneur Magazine, MWR Fundable 360 levels the playing field so you can build wealth faster by giving you access to a minimum of $50,000 in ongoing unsecured business funding to grow your dreams without risking your personal credit or collateral and with no personal guarantees. Solution number 3: residual income that's built to last. Want to earn by helping others transform their lives too? By sharing MWR, you can unlock multiple streams of income, including our luxury residuals, which can pay anywhere from $5 to $15,000 a day. Think about this. With a small team of just 12 members, you could increase your income by $600 per month. With 36 to 90 members, you're looking at $1,500 to $3,000 a month. With 480 members, that's over 6 figures per year. And with 6,000 members, you're crossing into $1 million a year territory. It's simple, it's scalable, and it's happening for real people, just like you, right now. This is the fastest, most complete wealth plan ever created. When you combine these solutions, your results multiply. Use MWR's experts to save thousands every month. Use your MWR business to make more money. Put some of your savings and earnings to work with precious metals. Accelerate everything by leveraging the bank's money. These strategies can take you from living paycheck to paycheck to generating tens of thousands per month in residual and passive income, while also accumulating millions in income-producing assets in 5 years or less. That's time freedom. That's financial freedom. And the best part? You don't do it alone. You join a community of like-minded wealth builders with experts, platforms, and proven systems all working for you. Getting started is simple. Option 1, MWR's Lifestyle and Legacy Membership. No contracts, no setup fees, and your spouse is included at no extra cost. All for just $149.97 per month. Option 2, become an MWR business owner with full access to our Lifestyle and Legacy Membership, plus the ability to earn from all of MWR's powerful income streams, all for just $249.97 to start and $149.97 per month. And when you're ready to use the bank's money to accelerate your wealth even faster, you can access MWR Fundable 360. This optional program is normally $4,995, but it's only $29.95 for businesses who access this exclusive service through MWR. Plus, as an MWR business owner, you can earn up to $550 every time you or your team refers another business, including your own. All of which is backed by our performance guarantees. Zero risk, infinite potential. With that said, ask yourself this: can what I'm currently doing outperform MWR's wealth plan without putting my money at risk? And can what I'm doing right now give me both time and financial freedom in 5 years or less? If the answer is no to either of these questions, then your decision is already made. The person who invited you here is ready to help you start today. Don't wait, because every day you delay could be costing you hundreds, even thousands of dollars in lost income, appreciation, and savings you can never get back. Welcome to Make Wealth Real, where lifestyle and legacy connect.
Wow. Powerful. You got to unmute, Fernando.
Sorry about that. Yeah, 6 minutes only. It's impressive to know that this is all it takes to be able to expose the business. See, Dr. G.W. Parker, one thing that I've learned throughout the years in doing what I do and what I've been doing for 31 years is use the tools, use your team partners, use the company expert. You know, the more you create the leverage to expose the information, my goal has always been to do at least 2 exposures per day. Before, they used to call it do 2 flip chart presentations. If you do 2 flip chart presentations within a 5-year time frame, you'll be completely retired. And it was so true. I showed up to trainings. My goal was to always bring guests and do 2 presentations per day. But now we don't even have to do that. We got tools, we got resources that do all the work for us. If we can just ask the simple question that you asked me earlier today, believe me, once I watch this video, now let's hear the callback. So Dr. G.W. Parker, follow up on me right now after me watching that video.
Hey, Fernando.
Dr. G.W. Parker on the dot. Wow. How are you, sir?
I told you I'd give you a call back. Just wanted to follow up with you. You've had a chance to watch the video, correct?
I sure did.
So what are your thoughts? What did you like most about what you saw and heard?
Oh my God. The first thing that I like most about what I heard and what I saw is leverage. See, I have no leverage right now. I'm working like a dog, 72 hours per week, and I can't stand that anymore. You know, my children are growing. I'm going through a hard time trying to make ends meet. I didn't know that you could find opportunities like this. And what I saw to me was so simple. And also, I like the residual income opportunities. And I also heard the precious metals, the business funding. I'm not a business owner, to tell you the truth. I'm a W-2 employee. So I don't know if I would even qualify for that.
Oh, absolutely. You would, my friend. And we're going to provide you with all the training that you need to succeed. And that's the beautiful part about it. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. So if the idea is to spend more time with your family, to get away from that job that's basically taking your life away from you, and to put you in a position where you can travel and do the things you've always wanted to do with your family, you need the financial means to do it. And we've just created it with this platform called MWR. I mean, it would be exciting for me to be a part of this with you and to help you grow this business, sir.
Is it hard for me to implement the services? I mean, do you have a personal testimonial? What has it done for you?
Oh my God. Listen, I saw this thing and I mean, and it caught me at a time where I was pretty much like you, just grinding along, spending too much time working, trading dollar time, trading hours for dollars. It wasn't working out for me. My financial life was in a wreck. I needed assistance. I wrapped myself around all the core services that they offered. The first thing I did, I consulted with the CPAs. They looked at my tax situation, Fernando, and got me back $350 a month. Money I saw in my check 2 weeks later. Would additional $350 a month in your check right now make a difference? I would think so. Not only that, it enhanced my credit scores by 128 points. That 128-point increase got me a reduction in my homeowner's automobile premium by $200 a month. So think about it now. I'm 120 days into the program, $350 a month saved in taxes, money back in my pocket. $200 saved because of the credit score increase. I'm $550 on the positive side of money. And these guys, these experts, show me how to take that $550 and put it into an investment account called the PRA. Turns out this proper reserve account is paying me 10 times more than my 401k, put me in a position to retire in 10 years versus 25. Now, here's the best part of the story, Fernando. All they asked me to do was share my story. What I've just shared with you, I started sharing it with everybody. And within 2 years, I started generating enough income from this revenue sharing plan that you saw in the video to walk away from a $65,000 a year job to do this full time. Does that sound like something you might be interested in doing?
Oh my God, you really sold me to a dream. I'm telling you, see, this is what I've been looking for. And I know it's not going to take away from my family. How hard is it to activate services? I mean, obviously, you made it sound so easy. Do I have to learn anything? Do I got to get licensed? How hard is it to activate services?
No license required, no territory restrictions. It is very easy to activate services. The best part about this, you've got experts holding your hand through the entire process. We're not going to put you out there to have to do it on your own. This program is designed for the average everyday person that doesn't have access but to financial experts and don't have the financial means to access them. But you saw the cost of the membership, $149.97 per month. That's about the price of a cup of coffee a day. An additional $100 investment up front one time is going to put you in business where you can share the opportunity to generate income. But accessing these services, it's going to be easy. We've got a platform designed to plug you right into it, videos that walk you through the entire process, and experts to hold your hand from start to finish.
Okay, great. Excellent. Well, I'm ready to get started. And honest truth, Dr. G.W. Parker, when I saw an opportunity for the very first time, that was my story. I heard a story similar to yours, and that's all I needed to hear.
Wow.
I didn't care about anything else. I was looking, I was hungry, I was driven, and I did what I had to do. The hardest thing was to get a license. I had to get a license. I had to meet some expectations of, life insurance license, Series 663. It was very complicated and a lot of responsibility. So when you tell me this, the simplistic of it and where you're at now by activating your services and firing your boss, I'm already bought in. You don't have to tell me no more. Send me the link. I'm ready to sign up.
You got it, my friend.
When people are hungry and driven, ladies and gentlemen, they're going to do that. You might have to go through 9, 10, 15, 20 people. It doesn't matter. You got the tools and the resources so you can give people assignments. Remember, you're looking for coachable people. If you give them assignments and then you follow up with them and they don't answer the phone, okay, or they're just not ready to get started, it's okay. It comes with the territory. That's what I want everybody to understand. You just got to apply this little principle right here of the mindset and implementing this little script right here at all times. Send out the 6-minute video. It's all you got to do. Thank you so much, Dr. G.W. Parker. I appreciate that. So we didn't even have to do a 3-way call. Why? Because, you started with a company, and maybe at the beginning you probably had to use, Mr. Brian House or Mr. Andamo Tolson, right, to be able to do a 3-way calls.
I leaned on those guys heavy, man. If I got stuck and a guy couldn't make a decision, I said, hey, let me set you up with a 3-way or get my partner on the phone and let him share with you his story. And I'd get Brian or Ndamo on the phone. They'd close those guys out for me. So take advantage of that, no question. But getting back to the numbers, Fernando, I mean, we know the law of large numbers are always going to work, right? So if you knew that talking to 10 people or sharing this video with 10 people, and out of those 10, one would join your business, what's stopping us from getting it done?
Ourselves. We're just getting into our success. We're stopping ourselves.
Exactly. That's
why trainings are crucially important, because when you get trained, we simplify things. These are the assignments I do every day. My wife is a witness, Dr. G.W. Parker. I got a list of people that I'm working on. I'm rebuilding teams. So what am I doing? Scouting for players at all times, doing the same simple assignments. She's a witness of it. She sees me on the phone. We're driving, going to the gym, doing our thing, and I'm grinding on the phone, right? So handling business is important. And if you're going to be full-time one day, these are the activities that you do. The good thing about it is you're able to control your income, right? You can leverage your income. Once you build a residual walk-away income, which took me 8 months to be able to make $200 per day, guaranteed. Working on top of that is easy. You got $73,000 of yearly guaranteed income. On top of that, you make all the bonuses. Dr. G.W. Parker is a residual $1 million club earner. He's got passive income, but still grinding the business. Why? Because we're not done. We're not done until this puzzle is all put together with 33,000 active people, and it's going to require a lot of work. Okay? So, Dr. G.W. Parker, now I'm ready. I got my website. I'm ready to see what I got to do. So walk me through a little bit on the activities that I have to do as a beginner.
Well, what you want to do is get tied into the success system and take advantage of the tools that are available. And guys, this is good. This Fast Start success system is a winner because one, it's going to hold your prospect accountable. Fernando says he wants to leave his job. He wants more time with his family. There's a commitment that's going to have to be made on his part. So we're going to put it in writing. And we're going to make it plain. And we're going to share that. We're going to go back and forth every single day. And if at any point Fernando starts to kind of slow down and say, hey, listen, I'm not sure, I take him back to this list that we've created, his goals, his dreams, what he wanted to do. So there's a Fast Start checklist. Basically, you want to create a list of names and start running through those names. Okay. All of that's available. The first round draft choice, that's what you want. That first round draft choice is going to help you identify those people that you think might be interested in the opportunity. So all the tools that you need, but the Fast Start interview is a big piece too, Fernando. That Fast Start interview is what's going to hold that person accountable. Pretty much you're going to dig deep and figure, you want to really get to the meat of the why you want to do this, because you're going to have to remind them and they'll have to remind themselves why I'm doing this when it gets tough. And every day is not going to be a holiday, but it's absolutely worth it at the end. So we stick this thing out to get where we're going.
That's right. So this is a simple duplicatable system. Now the clock is ticking and we got to start making money. So Dr. G.W. Parker, walk us through this 13 steps, benefits, not steps, but benefits that the company gives us once we become team partners with MWR.
Well, this is why we feel that MWR is the perfect business. Let me count the ways. There are 13 of them, and these are so strong, guys. One, you own a business that can pay for itself. Think about that. It can pay for itself, and you can do this as early in a week, 2 weeks, in a month, and that you're self-funded, so you're not out of pocket, right? But keep in mind that what you're building, this business is willable, it's sellable, it's transferable. So you want to talk about leaving a legacy? You're on your way to doing that through your MWR business. Two, be your own boss. Who doesn't want to run the show themselves? Who doesn't want to dictate their own terms? Be your own boss. That's a huge advantage. Three, control your time and income. That's what Fernando talked about, having time and income. You're in control of that now. All right. So there's no ceiling here. There's no cap on what you can do. There's no limit to the earnings that you can make with this opportunity. Then you can work from anywhere. Travel the world if you care to, anywhere in the United States and even outside of the United States, you can work this business. So that's the beauty of it. Number five, the ability to reduce your taxes. Well, how do we do that? You're a business owner now. Did you realize there were 400 plus tax deductions available to you as a self-employed person? So take advantage of all of those things, right? Number six, we're going to stay ahead of inflation. How are we doing that? We're generating more income. All right. So number seven, accelerate our debt elimination. Listen, the quickest way to get yourself out of debt is to start throwing real money at the principal balances of that debt and pay it off sooner rather than later. So if we've got the financial means, we can do that. And you get a chance to accelerate your investment. So you've got additional money. Now it's not paycheck to paycheck living anymore. You've got an abundance. So there's an overflow. Take a portion of that money and put toward an investment vehicle that will speed up number 9, your retirement date. You don't have to be 65 to retire. If you can do it at 35, do it. But you've got to have the financial means to do it. And number 10, get paid. Fernando, I love this one. We're getting paid every single day. I'll show you what it looks like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I don't know of another opportunity that exists that allows that to happen. Number 11, one of my favorites, immediate income. What do I mean? If you're in the business right now and you sponsored me into the program right now, that means you get paid right now. But not only that, you just set yourself up to take advantage of number 12, residual income. We know how that works. You do the work right one time and get paid on it month after month after month. That's leverage. Number 13, you don't have to do it by yourself. You find you a small group of people. You don't need tens of thousands, just a handful that see what you see and are willing to hit the ground running with you and have the discipline to see this thing through. You could create your own economy and set yourself free. 13 ways. You can't lose with this one.
I love it. I love it. These are the exciting things that I'm able to appreciate when I look back when I had a job. I mean, I was looking exactly for a business model like this, a simple way to grow your business and to create the leverage that our opportunity offers. So let's talk a little bit about the revenue sharing plan. Okay, so now that we understand that we got to play the video, we got to make the contacts, we got to make the calls, we got to do the invite, we got to do the follow-up. Now let's put action in the game. Let's put skin in the game to be able to start capitalizing on a revenue sharing plan. So Dr. G.W. Parker, let's talk about the compensation plan and let me know exactly what I need to do first in order for me to start making money right away.
Well,
by the way, do I have to get licensed? Do I have to get licensed, Dr. G.W. Parker?
Absolutely not. The experts are already in place. You don't need a license to do any of this stuff. And that's the beauty of it. And these guys are willing to pay you a ridiculous amount of money just to share the story. The experts do the work. Let them be licensed. So you don't have to, bog yourself down with tests and studying and more money out of pocket. None of that is required at all. So now you become a qualified marketing director, an LLC, right? So now you enroll as a marketing director with your own MWR membership and enroll someone else as a personal customer / member. So you need one outside customer. Why? I mean, the state law, regulations, guideline, compliance requires that we have that one additional customer. That second customer, one of them is you. The other one is an outside person that says, I just want to use the services, not interested in growing your business, easy to find. I know a ton of people that just want to get their financial life in order. So you've secured that. Now this will make you an active and qualified, right? So each MWR membership, one customer / member, all right, that you're in the game now. So completing the above qualification makes you a qualified marketing director eligible to start earning sponsored bonuses immediately. That's all it's going to take, Fernando. You get plugged in, find one outside customer, you're ready to go.
I mean, let me put my list of people together. Let's start making my calls and start sharing the video. All right, so how do I get my services for free? What do I got to do to be able not to have a monthly membership fee?
Well, you're going to earn $50 on every new customer or QMD that you personally enroll, right? All right, so think about it. $50 earned there, every new customer referred by your customers through infinity. Think about that. So this is over and above. For every customer that refers a new customer, you're going to get paid on those as well. All right, refer and maintain 3 active customers, your membership is free. Think about it, just 3 active customers, and you don't pay the $149.97 per month.
I'm ready. Isn't that exactly what I did when I figured it out? Because I was building a team. I had no customers. I didn't know the compensation plan until you told me once, Fernando, you got to bring a customer to trigger your residual income. We had a huge amount of people, but we're only making bonuses, but we're not making the residual pay. I was not seeing my daily text.
Right.
So what did I got to do? Dr. G.W. Parker says, get a customer. You already got enough people in the pipeline. Get a customer. I didn't get one. I got 9.
and that automatically triggered your daily guarantee, and you had zoomed by so many because you hit the ground making $20 a day, $600 a month the minute that customer was triggered.
Exactly. The following day I got my text. I didn't get $5. We got 20 right off the bat. All right. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, it's 3 customers, $149.97, 3 customers to walk away from a monthly draft from your account. So you want that to be taken away, bring 3 customers. All right. So now let's talk about structuring my team, which is another way to generate income. So Dr. G.W. Parker, I already did the basic. I brought my 1 customer. Say I'm still working on my 2. So how do I build my business structure right now so I can get compensated on my growth?
So we're talking now about rank advancement and residual income, personal qualification requirements, right? Meeting these qualifications can earn you $200 in customer and QMD sponsor bonus, $150 in 30-day momentum bonus, another $150 a month in residual income. But look at what happens here. You've got yourself and 3 qualified marketing directors that have joined you in business. And you've got the 1 outside customer. 2 to qualify, you count as 1. You've got 1 outside customer. Now you're making income, daily guaranteed income of $5 a day, $150 a month. But here's the cool part. You've gotten those 3 people within your first 30 days, so you qualify for the first round of the momentum bonus. So think about it. That's another $150. When the smoke settles, dust clears, you're making $5 a day, $150 a month. This is what you've done in the first 30 days, or some people are doing this in just a week. So your MWR business and membership is now self-funded and profitable while also earning your first rank promotion to executive director. You just promoted yourself.
I want to congratulate Gilbert. He's positioning himself to $20, but I also want to congratulate Deborah and Heidi. They're already ranked up to $20 per day, and they've been here just for a few short months.
I know. It's amazing. I saw it, and I'm so excited for those guys.
Yes, yes. So now, Dr. G.W. Parker. So a lot of us sometimes, misunderstand team building. Okay, so for instance, let's assume that I bring my 3, but one leg explodes to 36 memberships. One leg. My other 2 are still, flat. They don't produce. They're not producing anything. So let's talk about the number 36, ladies and gentlemen. And it's only one leg, right? I got 2 more outside of my customer. Outside of this leg that brought 36. Will I make $50 per day?
Will you make $50 a day?
Yeah.
They're not going to let you make all of your money in one leg. So the 1/3 rule will apply at that point. Yes.
So I will be stuck at $5 per day if I don't even have 12 outside of those 36 people, right? I'll be stuck at 5.
Exactly.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay. So let's understand that, okay? Because sometimes, we might get excited thinking because we got one leg that is exploding like there's no tomorrow, a leg on steroids, and the other legs are chicken legs, right?
Right.
So they're not growing. I mean, you're losing balance. And honest truth, Dr. G.W. Parker, I worked a business with a 5 leg for 13 years.
Wow.
Holding 5 legs is pretty hard.
Oh, yeah.
When I saw these 3 legs, I go, this is a piece of cake from 5 legs to 3. It's it's a no-brainer. I said, man, it makes a whole lot of sense, and it pays out even more than what I was getting paid on the practice company. For 13 years I was there, generating on 20,000 people $30, $40, $50,000 a month. But remember, the structure here is 3 legs. Okay, so the perfect math looks like this, right, Dr. G.W. Parker?
Yep.
4, 4, and 4, correct?
Yeah, but Fernando, here's the other advantage that we get with building our MWR business. We have the ability to do what they call placement, right? So if you are the horse and you're running stronger than, but you got one leg that's hot and on fire and that's got the 36, and the other 2 legs, they're putting forth the effort and they're trying, they're not quite there yet. You have the ability to assist them by placing, qualified marketing directors within that leg that boosts them to get them to that 36 people match where you are,
Exactly. That's why what I love about this business, ladies and gentlemen, you can never blame your team. I never have done that. When I learned the lesson of never blaming your team, you take full responsibility because you're your own boss. This compensation plan can allow you to build it yourself to 33,000 memberships. It could be 3 directors and 32,997 customers.
Yes.
And you will still walk away with a $15,000 a month in residual income. Our CEO gave us the structure. He says, you take responsibility so you don't have to push people that are not ready. You keep doing it yourself, and the system is going to start structuring it automatically. Now, if you want to create placement, you could do that. Okay, but there has to be work in between placement. It's called strategy, commitments from the people that you're going to place it under. Okay, and say, hey, you do your part, I do my part, and I'll meet you in the middle. Then I'll place you I'll place you a person.
Well, Fernando, I mean, you said something that was quite amazing, and I don't think there's another compensation plan that exists that allows you to do this. 3 qualified marketing directors, 2 customers, you count as 1 yourself. With that alone, if you had those 3 people and they were running like horses, you can max out this compensation plan without ever sponsoring another person.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
I would have to find Dr. G.W. Parker on three legs.
Yes.
Exactly. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's a numbers game. You know, sometimes we're gonna hit and miss, and I think we're gonna miss more than hit many times. But as long as you keep playing the game, you gotta strategize yourself for a 5-year game plan. Don't get desperate. That's what I learned from day one when they told me when I started in the industry. They go, listen, you gotta see your business 5 years down the road and work like that. And I said, that seems too long. And my coach goes, compared to what, Fernando? I said, and you've been working as a plumber for how long? 7 years. And you're talking about you're not making enough money, right? Yes. So how is that 7 year feeling for you? I said, horrible. Right. So what's a 5-year game plan to be able to achieve wealth? I said, she's absolutely right. I got to think a little different. So we got to think different. Don't get desperate because nothing happens in desperation. Focus on the activity and let the results show up by themselves.
Absolutely, sir.
All right. So now maybe you might have a leg that brings a person that brings 2, another one that brings 4, another one that brings 3, and then on the side you bring in the rest. So you don't know. You just got to continue to play the math. Oh, sorry about that. So now I want you to all start dreaming about what structure do you want to build and how big do you want to build it. See, it's a $5 a day residual income all the way down to $15,000 per day. We're only talking about one way to generate income. We're not even talking about the bonuses the company pays out, the enrollments. Okay, so there's more money to build it. This is once it's built. But the other monies are fun monies because that's a building money that you're getting paid for. This is a structured organization that pays you walk-away income. All right. So Dr. G.W. Parker, let's talk a little bit about now what the company gives us in regards to the momentum bonus. Remember, there's a clock ticking in your page. As soon as you open up your MWR page, you're going to see exactly these 3 little boxes, one that is highlighted, the other 2 seem a little blurry. You can barely see them. Why? Because they want you to focus on the 150 momentum bonus. Break this down for us, Dr. G.W. Parker.
Listen, I love this momentum bonus because it allows you to earn money as you're growing your business, right? From 150 to as much as $1,500 in bonus money. We talked earlier about sponsoring those first 3 people in your first 30 days. You're going to make $50 on each one of those persons. So you just made 150, but MWR now is going to reward you with the first round of momentum bonus. So you pick up an additional $150. But here's where it gets exciting. You help those 3 people do the exact same thing. You want them qualifying for the bonus as well. So when you look up, you've got 12 people on your team, but because you've helped those 3 get their 3, you're going to get a $450 momentum bonus. You're now going to be promoted to the position of 2-star executive director. But let's go for it all. We want the whole $1,500. What is it going to take? You've got those 12 people, help them get their 3. You've got 36 people on your team. The smoke is settled. The dust is cleared. You picked up an additional $900, which is the 3rd round of the momentum bonus, and you are a 3-star executive director. But Fernando, it gets even better. Once you hit that position, you're guaranteed $50 a day, $1,500 a month.
Yeah, that's amazing. And that's what it looks like, pretty much like after this slide over here. But, yeah. So now what happens when I get to 12 memberships in regards to my $20 per day in residual income?
Well, the lifestyle bonus kicks in. You just unlocked another stream of income. Fernando, you mentioned earlier that once they log into their back office, they'll be able to see what you see right here. And it allows you to track those people that are being sponsored into your business. You just need 6 people within a week's time, and you don't have to sponsor all those 6 yourself. This is about your team growth, right? Now, 6 people join your business between Monday and Sunday midnight. You just earned an additional $300. And you can do this every single week. This money's on the table.
It sure is. And the good thing about what the company has done, our CEO, is anyone that has qualified 1-star executive director, $5 per day in residual income, the company is giving you this access of $300 like if you were a 2-star executive director with 12 members. Is that true, Dr. G.W. Parker?
That is true. And we got until the end of September to take advantage of that.
Wow. Our CEO is amazing. He really likes to pamper us.
He's lost his mind. He's giving away all the money.
I know he is. Well, now let's talk about the 3. See, this could happen in a matter of a 3 to 4 week time frame to be able to position yourself. So now explain to us this hold on. Let's start over here. So let's first start with 3. So this is pretty much what it looks like when you actually achieve 3 and 1 outside customer, correct?
Absolutely, yes. So
Perfect.
that's right. You're starting there.
And then what happens when you get to a 2-star, which is 12 memberships? You see the numbers, how that changes
There you
all
go.
across the board?
And at the same time, you
Whoa.
just unlocked another stream of income. But again, now we help those 12 get their 3. What does it look like now? You just qualified as a 3-star executive director. But look at all the money that's on the table at this point. We got one more to go, Fernando. One more leg.
Exactly. And I want to recognize Deborah and Haiti. They qualify for this. They just saw their first $20 today, and they were pretty
Wow.
excited about it, seeing, whoa, my income has grown, right? From $5 per day to $20 per day.
So Fernando, hold what you got for a moment. So with Deborah and the young lady she's partnered with, what they've achieved is $20 a day, $600 a month. The structure you see here is exactly what they've done to get that done.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
that's what they've done, and so they've got their 3, and they've helped those 3 get their 3. They've got 12 people on their team, 12 only, and they're making $20 a day, $600 a month. But it's about to get better for all of them, right? Because those people that they're sponsoring, they want to help those people capture their bonuses as well. So they're shooting for the next rank of 3-star executive director. All right. But look at where they end up when it's all said and done. 36 people on your team, $50 a day, $1,500 a month in passive residual income. And look at the total bonuses you've captured along the way. $2,300. What did you invest initially to get started? $249.97. You want to talk about a business that's profitable, that can put you in a position where it pays for itself? This is the one.
Wow. And it can happen in 3 to 4 weeks. We just got to make sure that we make the structure the way it's supposed to look like, right? And start putting gas in the organization, start putting the energy so people can start actually having the success that you want them to have. Why? Because you're leading the way by showing them exactly what is it that you're doing on a day-to-day basis. That's why when we came in, Dr. G.W. Parker, we flew. We really took advantage of the opportunity, and we love for everybody to experience this type of growth. It can happen in only 3 to 4 weeks. You don't have to wait a whole year. You control your pay raises. The cool thing about our company is that when you qualify for a pay raise, you don't have to wait a month. You don't have to wait a week. It happens the following day. When you get your residual income, you're not going to see 20 anymore. You're going to see 50 right off the bat.
Well, look, Fernando, the other note that I want to make, when you joined MWR, and I was fortunate enough to be partnered with you, right? I was a 5-star executive director when you joined. 90 days after you joining, with the growth of your organization, I became a regional director, and from there exploded to 2-star regional. That's how crazy this thing can get and how fast you can grow.
Exactly. The transformation is so quick, but again, we gotta make sure that we keep this focus, because once we keep this focus, we can start to see what our organization is starting to look like, and you control everything. See, you give everybody a chance, but those that see it the way you see it, they're gonna go with you and they're gonna make it happen. You heard Dr. G.W. Parker's story. 5-star to a 2-star, a 5-star executive director, 150 a day to what, $300 per day? And
Yes,
how long
sir.
did that take? A month or two.
Exactly. A
It
short
happens.
period of time.
Yep. All right. So now let's talk about, once you become a 3-star, see, you're unlocking the entire compensation plan. When you become a 3-star executive director, let's talk about this bonus, Dr. G.W. Parker.
You just unlock more money. So each level puts you in a position to generate more income. So we know that we're going to make $50 for everyone we personally sponsor, but you're a 3-star now. So now you're taking advantage of the leadership bonus. That's going to start at $30 and it works up to as much as $150. So not only are you capturing the $50 to sponsor that person, but you pick up an additional 30. All right. So now you're making $80 up front for everyone you personally sponsor, but it gets better. That $30 is paid to you based on everybody else that joins your organization, whether you sponsor them or not. As long as the person who's sponsoring is not matched where you are as far as rank, if they're not 3-star, then you're picking up all of that money. $30, $30, $30. What's happened when your team grows by 100 people in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month? 30 times that. I mean, that's what you put yourself in a position to make. But as you go through the ranks, the opportunity to generate more money continues to explode. Again, it pays from $30 to as much as $150. So just depending on where you rank, you're going to pick up that additional income. As a 5-star executive director, one of my old positions, you'd make $50 for sponsoring that person and an additional $50 because you now take advantage of the leadership bonus. So now you're making $100 for everybody you personally sponsored, but you're making also $50 for everybody that joins your organization.
Wow. It's an incredible compensation plan. And as a regional director, you guys can see the breakdown here of an override, right? Because you also override this bonus. Besides your personal production, plus whatever you make on that bonus, you can override it when you start to help people rank up. So the good thing about what you see in here, Dr. G.W. Parker, is what? If you're a regional director making $60 on the bonus plus the 50, correct? That's $110
right?
That you make on your personal enrollments. But if I'm a 3-star executive director and I'm making 30 in your organization with 36 memberships that I have, what is your override?
Yeah, I'm 30. The money still pays out. I'm qualified to get the 60 of the legacy bonus, but Fernando has made it to 3-star executive director, so he's now qualified for the $30. So the $60 is on the table. They're going to pay him 30 and they're going to split it with me. This is a split legacy bonus. This doesn't happen anywhere else other than here at MWR. They could take the money and keep it. I mean, but we're putting it all on the table. $60 is on the table. Fernando is qualified to receive his 30, but the difference of the money still pays out every single time. So I still pick up $30 as a regional director.
So say I'm a 3-star executive director and I am 5 levels deep, right? Because that's what it takes to be a 3-star executive. I'm sorry, no, 3. Yeah, what is it? No, 3 levels deep. I'm 3 levels deep as a 3-star executive director. So I make my 30 for my direct sponsor, right? I make my 30 for my second level, and I make a 30 from this third level. So who makes the other 30?
I do, or the person that sponsored you.
That's amazing, my guy. You're overriding the entire team. I'm keeping my 30. You're keeping your 30 3 times in the downline.
Through unlimited levels. Some compensation plans, there's a cutoff. 7 levels, you make no more money. But this one is through unlimited levels.
So that means if the leg is 10 levels deep,
you're getting paid 10 levels deep.
Wow. All right. So this is where the rubber meets the road on this bonus, ladies and gentlemen. And you want to make sure you can capitalize. See, the thing is, we got to create activity. So let's assume you got a team that is excited, bringing 2 new directors per day. That's 60 per month. We're talking about an additional $60 a day, besides your residual income, besides the $300 weekly bonus, another $60 a day. That's $1,800 per month.
Yeah.
Think about that. That's why trainings are crucially important, because if no one's getting trained, people cannot understand the math.
Right.
See, they don't know how to unlock the compensation plan. And we salute you that you guys are taking time to get trained on this compensation plan. And in 31 years that I've been a part of this industry, Dr. G.W. Parker, I never seen a compensation plan as good as what we have here. The other good thing that I like about this is that we have no retractions, no chargebacks.
Nope.
Once it's paid out, it's yours.
It's paid out. It's paid out. In this example, you just moved it down to 10 people. Now, just imagine your team enrolling 10 people every single day, right? That's a total of enrollments of 300 people, right, in a month's time. So you're talking $300 as a 3-star executive director and another $9,000 a month. That's insane.
That's impressive. Get excited or stay broke
forever.
All right, walk us through this one. Now, sell us the dream, Dr. G.W. Parker. What does this mean?
This is where the big money is, and this is why we work so hard to make this thing happen, right? So as a regional director, I told you these bonuses pay out, and they pay out big. You're talking about $150 for everybody that you personally sponsored. Everybody that you personally sponsored, you're making $150 up front. Now, you're in a position as a regional director, this sponsor bonus now is going to pay you $100 for everybody that joins your organization that is not at the level that you are. And every level in between, you're going to catch the difference, as we showed you with the split bonuses. But let's just say there's nobody there. You're making $100 on all of the growth that's happening within your organization from everybody. Many of these people you'll never know, you'll never meet. I mean, but you're making money as your organization grows, and that's why this concept of leverage is so important. You get people inspired and encouraged. These numbers are real.
Definitely. And this, you know what I see about this, Dr. G.W. Parker? My goal is to be able to say, for instance, promote three-star executive directors. That means we're going to get compensated 36 times the override.
Yep.
36 times building up three-star executive directors so they can unlock the entire compensation plan. That's the mission that we're in. We want everyone to experience unlocking the entire compensation plan. That's why I call it the money spot, to experience unlocking the entire compensation plan by becoming a three-star executive director. That's the money spot that unlocks the door to all this compensation plan right here. Okay, and then
people.
work your way up the rankings.
Yes, sir. 36 people. Keep that number in mind. Now, Fernando, there's more money on the table too. This gets,
Tell me.
I mean, it really, even with business funding, right? There's a referral bonus involved. You're going to make $400 for every business that you refer to MWR Fundable 360. But not only that, you're building an organization so your team is out doing the same thing. Through the end of September, there's a 100% check match. So there's an additional $400 paid to you for everyone that you've directly sponsored or personally sponsored yourself that shares the concept with the business owner. That business owner says yes to Fundable 360, they're going to make $400, but you're going to pick up an additional $400 also. But here's the best part about it. You mentioned earlier that the CEO and founder, I mean, this guy wants to give it all away, Brian House. The business funding, right, also allows us to carry over the legacy bonuses, which pays from $30 to as much as $150 for every business that joins your organization. Whether you sponsor them or not, you're making additional money over and above the 400.
To GW Parker, we're talking about a $249.97 investment to start my empire.
Yeah.
Right. And also, I got a little hiccup. Let's assume, right, I'm the plumber guy, still trying to, jump up the compensation plan, but I'm having a little struggle. But I do want business funding. How much is the business funding, and how can I make the money if I don't have the $29.95 as the video talked about earlier today?
Yep. So the cost of the business funding is $2,995. And for those who don't have it, I'm going to show you how to get it. Let's go out and sponsor 36 people. You've just positioned yourself to make $50 a day, $1,500 a month in 2 months. You've got the money covered, right? So, or we introduce the Fundable 360 concept to 7, 8 business owners at $400 per. Then you've got, again, what you need to get started with business funding. So we've thought of all those things. Not only that, Fernando, there's a third way that we can begin to accumulate what we need to participate in business funding. Let's look at the savings associated with the services that we bring to the table. If the average is $2,000 a month, how long is it going to take us to position ourselves to have the money in place in order to do business funding? So we've got 3 options here.
Most definitely. And remember, it's not lack of money, it's lack of ideas. And you're
Yes.
getting all the ideas tonight. See,
Wow.
because when the idea is there, it sparks up excitement.
Yes.
And when it does, it gears you into action. An idea, well decided in what you're projecting and seeing, that means you're going to execute that plan. And that's basically how we work. When I started the business world, I was so desperate. I was desperately broke, and I wanted out of it, that I would not hear rejection at all. Okay, so I did what I had to do to make it happen until I experienced a 6-figure income opportunity, and it was all of excitement, not really knowing what I was doing. All they told me is talk to people, and if you get enough people excited about what you're projecting, they're going to do something about it, and the ones that are going to see it are going to see it. Right now, we got things on tools. The tools do the entire explanation for us. Licensed experts do all the work for us. All we got to do basically is get into our back office and figure out exactly what the services can do for you. That's what we did, Dr. G.W. Parker. What did you do activating services?
What did I do after activating services?
Oh, yeah. What did you have to do? Just click on the buttons and put in your paperwork.
Yeah, that's all it took, honestly. Schedule, upload documents, schedule the appointments, let the experts take it from there. We just say participate in your own rescue.
I love that. Participate in your own rescue. I love that. All right, so we're pretty much wrapping up, ladies and gentlemen. So Dr. G.W. Parker, what happens when you unlock the entire compensation plan? So basically, remember, we're here to make money from our Lifestyle Legacy membership and the services it provides, in addition to business funding. Once you have enough leverage of the money that you're generating, you got precious metals, and you got more services where you can actually diversify. Explain to us a little bit about the changes that have happened with precious metals. And I cannot wait for October the 1st, ladies and gentlemen. And this is an advice that I want to give you. Okay. And go sponsor 10 people before October 1st.
Yeah.
You want to sponsor 10 people before October 1st, because when October 1st comes, I'm telling you, you bring 10 new team partners, you watch what's going to happen to your business, residual income, and the precious metal. Watch what's going to happen. I guarantee you, you're going to thank us for allowing you this incredible secret. Bring 10 new partners from now until October 1st. Explain it to us, Dr. G.W. Parker.
No question about it. Here's what they've done. They've lowered the threshold. Before last week, actually, you were going to need a minimum of 500 ounces basically of silver in order to participate, to play this game with precious metals. Now, guess how many you're going to need? 50 ounces, and you're in the game. So what does that equate to in dollar figures? So $15,000 versus $1,500 basically. So again, we've got an opportunity to generate that $1,500. Let's go get 36 people. All right. And then we're in the game with precious metals on a platform that is going to give you a return. So not only do you take advantage of the appreciation of the metals, but you have an opportunity to begin to build residual income from it, right? From the investment. And when you start putting yourself in a position where you've got a cash flow more than above, over and above what you've done with, say, your 9 to 5 or whatever it might be, if MWR is doing that for you, then look at all the other vehicles that we've got that you can look at, along with precious metals, diversified cash flow account, the private reserve account, land banking, trust my assets, to position yourself where you lock that money up and allow to pass it on from generation to generation. These are the strategies that we use: self-banking, tax and risk-free strategies. All of these things are so critical that we have available to you to position yourself.
Love it. So this is pretty much, ladies and gentlemen, to me, this sounds like the cash flow quadrant book that we're reading on Saturdays. It is exactly that concept. When I saw it, I was like, man, when we have jobs, we're trading time for dollars. When we're self-employed, we're trading time for dollars. But when we run into systems allow you to build a business with a compensation plan. So we have that. And also we have the investments aspect. So that to me is definitely a close business and investments to be able to leverage from, so you can live a lifestyle and leave a legacy. So wrapping up, Dr. G.W. Parker, we got to get back to reality, because right after we're gone from today's training, you're going to go back to what? Prospecting. And what are you going to find the most out there, Dr. G.W. Parker? Something that it's predictable that it's going to happen. So don't be surprised when it happens.
Well, they're going to be critics, and they're going to be people that just do a lot of talking, but you're going to find some doers in that mix. And those are the ones you want. But you've got to go through all of these people to get to the doers.
Exactly. That's just the way it is. And we got doers tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You are all doers, and we're honored to work alongside each and every one of you that is deciding to see what we have in the table here, so you can become a success story for you and your family. So let's wrap up with this, Dr. G.W. Parker. I want to thank you, for being who you are, for your level of energy. And I know you're going to give us, your promise to us and your promise to our team. So let's talk a little bit about that as team partners.
Absolutely. This is the commitment, ladies and gentlemen. So I promise to you, and MWR promises to you. Look at what we do here. So my promise to you, myself, Fernando, and the entire team, is that we promise to create an atmosphere for you to win. We promise to never take credit for your success. We promise to never take credit for your failure either. But we promise that regardless of our friendship, we will always go by the book. We're not going to get ourselves in any trouble. And that way, none of us get in trouble, right? We don't want to do that. So we don't want to jeopardize that. But look at who we stand with, the company, their promise to you and I. All right. Be a company. MWR says they're going to be a company that you can be proud of. And they've proven that, Fernando, to right down to tonight. All right. And the second thing is that be there to help you succeed. They're going to provide us with the tools, the systems, everything we need to win. They're going to treat you with respect and integrity. They're going to provide you with the chance to become financially independent. And finally, give you the chance to take full charge of your life once and for all. That's the commitment, ladies and gentlemen. I could stand with that all day long, sir.
Same here. We're excited to have each and every one of you guys tonight. All of you are leaders. Leaders, definitely. Everyone that started with us in the training and finished the training with us. See, it's not who starts, it's who finishes. So we're honored to have each and every one of you, and we salute you for your success and your prosperity. So Dr. G.W. Parker, I want everyone to know where they can grab that video. How many of you have Telegram? Okay, in the chat. Well, let's read the chat before we ask how many of you have Telegram here. I see a lot of movement here in the chat. Let me see here. Excellent, easy, fire emojis, claps, boom, okay, thank you. Hi, Micah, there you go. Gilbert, Catherine, welcome. Wow, thank you, excellent. All right, so it looks like we got newcomers here tonight, and Gilbert is actually saying hello to team partners. So the microphones are muted, and the cameras also are accessible. If you have any questions or if you have anything that you want to share with us, each one of you, the leaders that are here tonight. But if you don't have Telegram, download Telegram tonight. We have a group which is our company CEO. There's more than 1,000 of us in there, and our CEO has shared two amazing links. We only shared one with you tonight. There's a follow-up video of 4 minutes that you want to send back to anybody that has seen the first video when you follow up, okay? Because that kind of put things in a proper perspective in understanding what MWR is all about. So nonetheless, I can share it here, Dr. G.W. Parker, and maybe copy it and paste it here.
Let's give it a shot. It's only 4 minutes, but please share it if you can. But also, Fernando, that second video that you're about to share is a credibility video, right? But pretty much in layman's term, it says that we're not joking, we're not playing. This thing is serious for us, and we've aligned ourselves with the right people. So that's what that introduces. So for that video is more designed for somebody who said, it sounds too good to be true. I'm a little skeptical. We're going to shut that conversation off. We're going to cut them off at the pass and say, listen, here's why we are doing what we're doing and why we're going to have the success that we've already had and continue to explode across the country. But this solidifies what we do. This makes us very credible.
Yeah, I'm actually going to share it here on the chat, and then before we leave, people can copy it. Let me just copy the other one. Here's the 4-minute one. Okay, and I'll paste it on the chat here in Zoom. All right, so here we go. This is the 4-minute one. And then here is the 6-minute one. Let me paste that real quick, ladies and gentlemen, so you can have those tools accessible. So anytime you're going to present something to anyone, use your tools and then bring your team partners, experts that can break things down for your team, for your upcoming teammates. Okay, so let me just paste it now. All right, so it's right here. So before we leave, Catherine says she's got Telegram. Excellent. So Catherine, who invited you tonight, Catherine? Where's Catherine? Oh, Catherine iPhone. Do we have the microphones open here? Oh, yes, Catherine, Kathy, that's right. Gilbert said Kathy yesterday. So Catherine, Kathy, there you go. Connecting the dots. So Kathy. All right. So definitely
Kathy,
we're going to
we want to lead Kathy to the MWR Telegram page.
Yeah. Should
Yes.
I? Well, I don't think I can. Yeah. So Gilbert, I think we'll lead her into that page as soon as we're done and have a little conversation to give her the instructions. So we'll make sure to make that happen for you, Catherine. All right. So let's play the video, ladies and gentlemen, before we leave. This is that's the one. It's only 4 minutes, and we're gonna wrap up with this. So we want to give you food for thought, so you can leave pretty excited and start sharing all the tools. Let me know, Dr. G.W. Parker, if you can see the video.
I'm going to give you heads up when there we go. I don't hear it yet, but perfect. I do see it.
Excellent. All right, now let me check the sound here. We're almost done. There we go. All right. So give me a thumbs up when you hear the sound, Dr. G.W. Parker.
Now that you know how Make Wealth Real can help you achieve your financial goals in months or years instead of decades, we've created this quick video to help you understand why we are so confident in what we offer and why you should be too. If you're wondering, what's the catch or is there a downside to MWR? Let's look at the facts. Starting with using our business funding platform to buy precious metals. The funding offered by MWR Fundable 360 that can be used to purchase MWR precious metals is unsecured business funding that requires no personal guarantees, collateral, or personal credit, eliminating any personal risk to you. If for any reason your business is no longer able to pay the interest payments on your funding, you would still maintain ownership of your precious metals because your funding was unsecured and your precious metals are not used as funding collateral. However, defaulting on any business funding could eliminate your business's ability to obtain additional funding in the future. To avoid default, you could also sell your precious metals to pay off the balance of your business funding, making these funds available for use again in the future, while still being able to keep all the appreciation of your precious metals and the profits earned from your MWR precious metal rental agreements. How does MWR eliminate risk to those who want to participate but may be unsure? MWR and MWR Fundable 360 both offer a performance guarantee. If our experts, strategies, or opportunity cannot save or make you more money than the cost of our membership, in your first 30 days, MWR will give you a full refund. And if you follow the guidance of our MWR Fundable 360 experts and they cannot get you a minimum of $50,000 in unsecured business funding, they will refund your MWR Fundable 360 enrollment fee. However, if you're like most people, you know that guarantees are only as good as the credibility of the companies that offer them. So, here's a few more facts you might like to know. MWR is an 8-year-old multi-million-dollar debt-free company with a proven track record of success and thousands of testimonies to prove it. In an industry where most companies last less than a year, Make Wealth Real has proven itself to be a compliant, trustworthy company that's built to last. Our ability to withstand past, current, and future economic conditions is quickly making MWR a legacy company with proven stability. MWR Fundable 360 is also an industry leader that has helped thousands of businesses establish business credit and obtain guaranteed business funding of $50,000 to millions, with no turndowns. It is also recognized by Forbes, Inc. 5000, Entrepreneur Magazine, Fox, CBS, USA Today, and more as the premier business credit and funding platform. MWR's exclusive precious metals partner is also recognized as the premier precious metals experts in the industry and the owner of the first privately Black-owned depository in the world, and one of only 2 privately owned licensed and insured depositories in the state of Texas, storing and securing precious metals for countries, not just our members. And they are also partnered with J. Stryker Global, one of the top asset management companies in the world, with a 115-year track record of success for their clients. This company is also one of the only asset management companies able to withstand the Great Depression and was one of the original founders of the New York Stock Exchange. This is who currently handles MWR's precious metals leveraging contracts with over $1 billion in precious metal rental agreements already secured for our members. You now know why Make Wealth Real isn't just our name. It's exactly what we do, without any risk to you, your reputation, or the people you refer. With that said, enjoy the journey and welcome again to the Make Wealth Real family, where lifestyle and legacy connect.
Wow.
It says it all right there, buddy.
Jeez, man. A dream come true. Yeah, videos in Spanish, Micah, are going to be all put together within the next week or less. We're going to try to push it earlier than a week, okay? Micah, we'll make sure to have that. So, Dr. G.W. Parker, any final words?
My friend, I'll close with this. Get excited or stay broke forever.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That word, believe me, it's going to be with us for generations to come. Get excited or stay broke forever. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Tomorrow, we have 2 events. Our Spanish Reading Club at 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. East Coast time. And then we have our power night tomorrow night with Dr. G.W. Parker and Mr. Eric Wilner. We got to pack the house. So let's make sure to share the videos. Do that. And if they have any questions, say, hey, listen, we got an event lined up tonight, right? Or tomorrow night with Dr. G.W. Parker and Mr. Eric Wilner. I'm not going to say much about them. You're going to hear their stories tomorrow, and you're going to hear about how is it that they're making things happen with our incredible platform, MWR. So good night, everyone. See you all at the top. Take care.
Good night, sir. Thank you, Fernando.
Thank you, Dr. G.W. Parker. Good night.
Thank you.
Good night, Micah.
Good night, everyone. Good night, Micah. Good night, Catherine. Thank you,
Gilbert, good
team.
night.
Thank you,
Catherine.
leaders.
Good
Bye,
night, everyone.
Good night, Lisa.
Good night, all. This made my night. Appreciate you.
Good night, Ron Copeland.
Yes, sir.
Bye now.